time. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another very special episode of The Studio. My name is Adam. This episode is very special because we have just hit 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. Whoa! Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for supporting The Studio Show. Whether you've watched one of my episodes, whether you've watched 10 of my episodes, whether you watched from the very beginning, or whether you just decided to watch like 30 seconds of a Facebook video I uploaded. It's definitely not easy for a YouTube channel about percussion to hit 1,000 subscribers in such a short amount of time. So thank you so much for that. But of course, there's always more work to do, and I want to make this channel go further and I want it to last longer. So here's to reaching bigger and greater goals in the future with you guys, the Studio family. Today's episode is super special because we're going to be celebrating the 1,000 subscriber milestone together. Number one, some quick announcements. Number two, a Q&A, which is going to answer some frequently asked questions that I get emailed all the time. And number three, what you've all been waiting for. The giveaway. The giveaway. That's right, I am doing a giveaway on this video right here, right now. So keep on watching to hear details about the giveaway for your chance to win. But firstly, I just want to talk about the Studio Show really quick. We don't make any money on this show. Seriously, I make next to nothing. Considering how much effort I put into these videos, I sometimes edit for up to 15 hours to get these videos out to you guys. I have to obviously pay for the studio and all this kind of stuff. That all comes out of my own pocket. I do this show voluntarily. I never was in it for the money because, well, there isn't any. Now you might have noticed something in the description section which says something like full disclosure, which usually talks about how the video is not sponsored and how I'm not getting paid to represent these products. The truth is, up until now, I have never been paid by any company to endorse products. I've never been paid by people to put their products in the show. I just do it because I like sharing these products with you guys. Sometimes companies send me free stuff. For example, Marimba One sent me a lot of the Mellotts that I review on the show, but I don't get paid to talk about them, so it's usually sponsorship free. And this all comes back to my original point, which is that this channel does not make any money. But if you would like to contribute financially to the show, you can go to my Patreon, which is at patreon.com/AdamTan. That link is also in the description below. Patreon is basically a platform where you can pledge to your favorite creators. There's all kinds of creators on Patreon, it's not just me. You can pledge as little as $1 a week, which will get you into the studio artist tier. My hope is that anyone who pledges $1 or more a week will have access to a downloadable content section, which will have things like PDFs of my arrangements and things like that. I really want to get started on something like that, and it won't happen unless people start donating because, like I said, I don't make any money from this show. Your name will also appear in certain episodes of the studio as a sort of a little thank you to you for donating to the studio. If you decide to pledge more than $10, and this is getting into super generous territory, you will become a studio VIP. Studio VIPs get their name mentioned in every single episode. In addition to that, if I make any arrangements or if I make any sort of downloadable content happen, I really want that to happen. If I do make that happen, then your name will be on all of the downloadable content. Now that's all I'm gonna say about Patreon. If you wanna check it out, go to patreon.com/AdamTan. But if you don't wanna pledge, if you don't wanna donate, if you just wanna watch for free, that's totally fine as well. You're still part of the studio family. Which moves me on to announcement number two, which is that you might know that I have a clothing shop online that sells some custom designs that I make just for fun, you know. And on that shop, I have a brand new Studio Family 2017 hoodie. That's right, it's kind of like a Lever's jumper type hoodie that I designed just for fun. And I will be giving some of these away in the giveaway later on in this video, stay tuned. But these hoodies I think are gonna be really cool because you can customize your name on the back of them and you can have stuff like, I don't know, Michael Burrett. But yeah, if you're interested in getting some cool custom clothing, you can check out the shop link in the description below. All right, enough announcements for now, but now we're gonna proceed to the Q&A section. Q&A section for today's video is just gonna be a summation of a lot of the questions that I get sent by email or by Facebook message. I get sent a lot of repeat questions, so I thought I might answer them all in this video. If you guys ever wanna send me any more questions, just let me know in the comments below, or you can send me an email at my email address, which is also in the description. Question number one I get asked a lot is, where are you from? It should be pretty obvious by now that I'm from Australia, so what's going on? I'm from Perth, which is a city in Western Australia, which is on the west side of Australia. Who knew? It's a pretty small city. We're pretty far away from Sydney and Melbourne, which are the more well-known Australian cities. Perth is one of my favorite places to live at the moment, and for now, I don't think I'm gonna move anywhere else. Next question I get asked a lot. What did I study in university? I studied the equivalent of a Bachelor of Music, And then we do something called an honors course, which is basically the 4th year of an undergraduate degree. Over here in Perth, it's a 3+1, but a lot of people in the States will have a 4-year undergraduate degree, so it's pretty much equivalent to that. And then after that, I did a Master of Music, which is equivalent to an MM overseas, but over here it's called an M.Mus, and that included my thesis. I haven't actually finished it yet, but I've sent my thesis off, which is why I have all this time to make these videos. What marimba mallets would you recommend to a beginner? This one is really easy. If you've been watching my videos from the beginning, you already know what the answer is. Van Sice! The Robert Van Sice series from Vic Firth is still one of my favorite general mallet series, and it's a very well-priced option. It's only like $36 US or something if I remember correctly. I use that for my entire recital. Some people swear by it, some people are not so fond of it. I think it's a pretty good beginner's mallet if you're not really sure of what to get, because it has a very clean vanilla sound. If you just want to buy one graduated set, then I would probably go for the Nancy Zeltspins from Encore Mallets. And these days, not many mallet manufacturers make well-priced graduated mallet sets, so it's a pretty good deal. How did you get started making percussion videos? Well, basically I made videos since I was in year 6 in primary school, so I was about 11 years old at the time. And I got into this movie making course. It's sort of like this external course you took on the side. I think it was called PIAC back then. We taught ourselves how to use Sony Vegas, which is a program on Windows that helps you edit videos. And back then, people were still using Windows XP. It was really, really low-grade technology. But I learned to put together my first few videos with like stupid pictures from Google and like text that said random things and having all these random sound effects. Throughout the years, I taught myself how to use Photoshop. I taught myself how to use the newer versions of Vegas. I've been through 12 versions of Vegas. I taught myself how to use Final Cut Pro. I taught myself how to use Adobe Premiere, which is what I use right now. I taught myself how to use a DSLR. I taught myself photography. I taught myself videography. And now here we are. 3 years ago, I started a daily vlog channel, which is in the description below. It was my very first serious YouTube channel. I did daily vlogs for about 2.5 years before I kind of started getting sick of them a little bit. After I came back from Chosen Vale, an Australian percussion gathering, I decided to come back and make my studio dream a reality. So I leased out this office space you see behind me, and I converted it into a studio. I put some acoustic foam on the walls, I put some LEDs up, and then I bought this marimba. If you haven't checked out episode number 1, it's a review of this marimba, which was my first video, and I was basically hooked after that. I really wanted to make videos about mallets, about technique, about all kinds of percussion stuff, because it really hadn't been done before on like a serious scale. And of course, because I already had YouTube expertise and I knew how to edit my videos really quickly, that's how I get videos out every week all the time. I was like, I'm gonna regret it if I don't make a percussion channel. So here we are, 20 something episodes into the studio. Okay, so I think now we've got into the section that you guys have all been waiting for, which is the giveaway. The giveaway. Once again, I want to thank you for entering this giveaway and for watching this video all the way up to this point. I really appreciate it. But for now, I'm going to tell you what the prizes are first. For this giveaway, there will be 2 winners, and each winner will receive 1 studio prize pack. The studio prize pack contains a Steve Weiss Music $50 gift certificate. That's right, $50 that you can use on anything on steveweissmusic.com, the world's largest percussion store. Not sponsored. You can use this gift voucher on literally anything to buy whatever percussion stuff you need. In addition to this gift certificate, the gift pack also includes an official The Studio Family 2017 hoodie. I'm gonna order one of these for myself pretty soon because I like it that much, but essentially you can have your name printed on it. It'll be in your size. I will get it sent directly to your door so that you can have a Studio Family hoodie for yourself. The total value of this gift pack is well over $100, and there are 2 of these gift packs up on grabs. Aren't I very generous? So I will be announcing the 2 winners over the next 2 weeks. The first winner will be announced in Studio episode 23, and the second winner will be announced in Studio episode 24. Studio episode 24 will be released 2 weeks from now, and when that episode is released, that is when the competition is over. But until then, you can start entering the giveaway right now. This is how to enter the Studio giveaway. Step 1, click that red subscribe button if you haven't already to keep up with my uploads. Step 2, go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/AdamTanPercussion, not my personal page, but my Adam Tan Facebook page, and click the like button on that page. Step 3, look for the post on that Facebook page called The Studio Giveaway Posts. Make sure you like that post and then click the share button, and make sure you set that share to public, otherwise I won't be able to see it. And on that share, in 100 words or less, write one thing you like about the studio show. Once you've shared that post, then step 4, message me on my Facebook page and tell me you've completed the steps. Give me your YouTube username so I know that you've done it, and then you're in. Full disclosure, I'll I'll be putting all of the people who enter into a list. I'll be picking one at random using a random number generator. Whoever wins, I will check that they've done all 4 steps. If they haven't done the 4 steps, I will redraw it again. Winners will be announced in Studio Episode 23 and Studio Episode 24. So I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for entering the 1000 subscriber giveaway. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And please click that red subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to be going back to normal studio videos next week. Don't worry. This is just a one-off. But thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for 1000 subscribers. Seriously, it means a lot to me. And I will see you next week for a normal episode of The Studio. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.